So, hello traders, very good morning and welcome to today's live market analysis by Tradeducation. We are at episode 152, and before I share today's analysis, I'd just like to go through a quick disclaimer that trading involves substantial risk and is not suitable for all investors. Also, the information which I'm sharing is for educational purposes only and cannot be used for any trade related activity. Okay? So with that, let's quickly look at what happened in the auction yesterday, and what can be the potential auction development paths for today. So let me quickly share the screen, and first of all, let me jump to the daily chart. And from the daily chart, what we are clearly seeing is so this entire zone is the supply zone, and the auction is just one time framing up. Okay, and buyers are trying to take the stops, which are built around this level. Okay, so second thing is we have got one more anomaly, that is a gap, and this is where a lot of stops will be built. So we are in this bigger balance wherein this entire balance is the supply zone, wherein a lot of sellers are present. Okay, so let me so I've just broken that balance into the top of the auction, and if I add the yesterday's data points, okay, so we are pretty close by about this particular HVN. So this is the HVN from March, okay, wherein again stops are getting built, and if you see here, the HVN of this is acting as the level of support. Okay, so there were multiple times sellers were trying to push the market down, but buyers again came in and they protected. Okay, so overall the auction is still within the range, within the acceptance of the buyers. But one more thing which you see is as soon as the auction reaches within this band, overall range is pretty narrow. Okay, so if you study this range, then this range, then we had a narrow range, again we had a narrow range. Okay, so what we are seeing is, so we will be having a peacock from the market profile chart, 30 minutes candle, and also we need to observe. So we need to see the value area high act as the level of support or resistance. Okay, so let me now jump to the market profile chart and let's look at the nuances from the intraday perspective. Okay, so yesterday, what I shared is, first of all, one of the reference is this G2 high, and then this double mechanical reference high. Okay, I was not expecting that it will reach the triple mechanical reference high, and that's where the sellers step in, and then they took the entire auction down, wherein the auction was getting rejected around the high of yesterday. Okay, this is where again buyers came in, and then they took the auction higher. Okay, so what has happened is a lot of intraday players were playing, plus selling was pretty strong, wherein around this level where sellers came in, and then they immediately took the auction in the reverse direction. But buyers again protected their positions, and buyers again stepped in and they took the auction. So it was like a ping pong match going. Whenever the auction reaches here, buyers step in. Whenever the auction reaches here, sellers come in. So it was more like a ping pong match, sort of thing. Auction development was happening. Okay. So coming back to the references, first one of the references is the high. So let me see. So again, this is the single print zone. This is the selling zone of the 29th of July, and that's where we try to penetrate. And so this much single print is left. So I'm expecting all these levels to get clear. Okay. So some of the references which I'm monitoring is the yesterday's high. Then we have this peacock or the POC. Okay, this is a good reference. Then this peacock. Second reference will be, let me remove this reference. It will be this yesterday's low and this particular zone, but it's already. So if you see, we have a sort of a good a single print around the lows, lack of single print around the highs. So the auction is still incomplete around the highs, and furthermore continuation to the upside should be seen. Okay, so let me bring the pre-open market session and let me hit refresh. Okay, so the auction is going to open 52 points up, So this is the close. So around the peacock levels is where I'm seeing that the auction will open. So we need to see the auction development path number one is, it act as a level of resistance, and we see continuation to the downside. Path number two is, the auction opens, we see a bounce back, and then it continues to the upside. So this is the second auction development path. Path number three is it just develops sideways, and then it either tags the high or tags the low. Okay. So as the range is pretty narrow, so you need to measure confidence around the high, around the low, and around the epoch levels. Okay. So the auction will open in next 20 seconds. So let's see which auction development path is currently active. Yeah. So let's see, the auction will open in 10 seconds now. Okay, so in the meantime, are there any comments? So no comments. Okay, so let's see which path it takes. Okay, so it has opened above the yesterday's range. So let me delete this, and it has cleared all this anomaly. So if we jump to the market profile, the volume profile chart. So if you see, it is around this, around the balance high, and it is already attacked the value area high. So this particular reference level. So we also have a gap here. So let me add that gap. That's where the auction will try to reach. Okay, that's where the auction will try to reach. So we need to see that the auction reaches here. Unless and until don't stay away. For risky traders, if you want to take a long, you can take a long, keeping a stop loss at the low, targeting this gap. Okay. Let me shrink this. So there is no references, but from here, if you see, this is the value area high, and this is the reference level. This is the high, and this is the second high. Okay, so the auction should be staying above the value area high, that reference point. I don't remember what was this reference level, so let me delete this reference level. So 11,366 is where maximum sellers are present. So if this level is taken out, odds are high that will be going higher. If not, then again the sellers will win the auction. So currently about 3,000 contracts traded. Delta is positive. So candle looks pretty bullish. Let me jump to the VSA chart. Okay, there aren't any HVN. We have got HVN here and here. So still VWAP is acting as a level of support. Delta is becoming positive, but we have a divergence in the balance of power. So let's look at the order flow chart. Okay, so there was good high, poor high, but it got tagged, and now we are just around the VWAP level. So this candle should be closing around the VWAP levels. So we are still 2 minutes away to go. 4,000 contracts traded. So overall, the confidence is high from the buyer's side. Despite buyers, stepping in, the auction is not continuously moving upwards. And if you see here, sellers are now stepping in. So just observe, a good trade location is maybe auction enters around this level, 11,352, and that's where you can go look for a short trade, and the target can be around the peacock levels. But for the moment, as the market is just opened, let it go up, let it provide you some clarity, yeah. So it still needs to tag this 380 and then the 419 levels. So this is that gap. Okay, so buyers are still pretty bullish. This can be a good opportunity to take a long position now. 40 seconds to go. So parallelly, I'm also looking at crude, and there is some tension between China and US again. So crude prices will be soaring, or it will be going higher. Okay, 5,000 contracts traded, so not good volume in the first 5 minutes. Okay, so the auction is closed above VWAP, and if you see the delta is becoming negative, but odds are high that will be going higher. We will be tagging the high, and the high has been tagged. Okay, we need to see further continuation to the upside. So those who sold here at 11,365, they will be jumping out of the trades, and we will be seeing further continuation to the upside. So from the VSA chart, we have got that sellers are coming in. So that was a good quick scalp trade, long trade. So we have broken both previous month high and previous day high, also the previous week high. So sorry, yeah, week high was anyways broken yesterday. But two strong resistance levels, that is the month high and the day high. I would say month high was a major resistance level. Okay, so we are seeing continuation to the upside. So let it go. So the next target is 11,380, 10 more points. So we need to see whether it reaches there or whether sellers come in. Okay, some issue with my volume chart. But yeah, that's fine. So more upside we'll be seeing. So 380 levels. Let me just shrink this and see. Okay, I don't have that data point with me. So not good volumes. We're still 2000. 2 minutes to go. Okay, so crude, some sort of resistance is coming in, but looks bullish. Crude we can go long. So sellers are stepping in now. So let's jump to the volume chart and see clearly. So VWAP is still acting as the level of support. So delta is now going sideways. It is turning flat. So this can be a good opportunity to take a long position. So some sort of pullback should be seen. It is currently going on in the auction. So if you see here, sellers are stepping in, but buyers will be coming in again. So a retest should be formed. So we have just 50 seconds to see whether this is a retest. So don't take any shorts until it's below 358. Okay, so the volume is pretty low now. There is some divergence. I would say not divergence, but good amount of selling pressure coming in. So this is a make or a break movement for you guys. You can either take a long around the VWAP, keeping a stop loss maybe at the half back level of this. Okay, so we must see continuation to the upside. Let me just see. Yeah, so the high is not strong. So further continuation to the upside should be seen. We had a VWAP test. Delta is turning sideways. Balance of power is also now slowly decreasing. So at the moment the high is poor. Okay, it is now going below VWAP. So this candle should close below VWAP. So we have LVN at this level. That's where buyers will again step in. So 11361. Okay, that has been broken. Okay, so we are at the 1 standard deviation. Let me jump to the VP chart. So it's 11,357, 358. So let it wait for this to break. So don't just jump in. So we have still 2 minutes to go. Now the entire game is of patience. So sit and wait patiently. Those who were bought in the first 5 minutes, they will be again trying to protect their positions and re-entering the auction or entering to buy. Okay, so momentum sellers are stepping in. We have lack of buyers, but selling pressure is good. So we need to see whether this candle closes at VWAP, below VWAP, or above VWAP. Okay, we are still 1 minute and 47 seconds to go. Okay, so buyers are coming in, selling pressure is getting absorbed or absorption of supply. So good wicks are forming, and now we can say that the high can be taken out and the target is 380, but let's see. Okay, so 35 seconds to go, and despite of selling pressure coming in, the option is going higher. So now what will happen is the high will be taken out quickly because there will be stops built there. Okay, so the high has been taken out. Let me just check. So 352. So furthermore upside. Yes, furthermore upside is seen. So the target is 380. We are just 5 points away. 375, 376. So if you see multiple times sellers are stepping in. $374. Let me see from the daily chart. Okay, it's still away from this gap. 372. So sellers are stepping in. So now what will happen is there will be a VWAP touch, and then again the auction will continue towards the upside. You see the high is currently poor. And then there are some anomalies on the lower side. Okay, so some VWAP retest should be done. But be cautious now. If you are in profits, book your profits, or else it's up to you. It's up on your risk behavior. I would have just taken my profits around the highs when the high got broken, because I am more of an intraday trader or a scalper. So those who are trading crude, you can take long. So 3168, 3169 or 3166 is a good level to buy. From the long-term perspective, I would say daily chart and hourly chart and 30-minute chart, it is in the resistance zone. So there are stops getting built there. Yeah, sorry. So let me continue with Nifty. So this high should be taken out. Some sort of sellers were supposed to come in. So basically this selling is nothing but those who bought here, they would be selling off, booking their profits. And if you see, we have not a clear delta, so positive delta, then sellers came in, doji, then a hammer pattern, and again currently indecision is going on. The volume is getting, I think this candle, the volume will be higher compared to the last candle, that is the previous candle. But volume is continuously decreasing as the prices are going high, so not a good sign. So weak buying is happening. So just look at all these data points. So no VWAP test currently happening. Again, the cumulative delta is going sideways. So 380, it will be tagged or not, let's see. In the meantime, guys, if you have any comments, feel free to use the YouTube comment, or else let's see whether 380 is getting tagged or not. Okay, 375, 374, 375, 374. Okay, 375, 374, 375, 374. It's just chopping sideways in this range, but it will be pushed either up or it will be just stop around the VWAP. Still an indecision going on. They're also indecision, so turning sideways. Volume is decreasing. Okay, so same volumes, same contracts. Okay, so now sellers are showing strength. Okay, so 2900. Now again the candle is acting bullish. So just 2 points to go. So my bet is on 380. Let's see. Those with the gambling attitude. I'm speculating that the high will be tagged. So one more disclaimer which I want to share is, so Asta has stopped their Odin diet platform, and they are just allowing trading using their web platform. So currently I have paused my trading because I'm not satisfied or I'm not happy with their web platform. It sometimes it logs me out, and it's not as accurate as the desktop Odin platform. Yeah, diet Odin. So Nest platform or whatever that name of the platform is. So I'm just staying away from taking trades. I'm just watching the markets and just learning every day. So at the moment, even though buyers are stepping in, sellers have just halted the auction, the cumulative delta. If you see the delta, so this was an indecisive. Now it is showing some clarity that sellers will be stepping in. So we need to see sort of VWAP touch happening. The high is poor. Okay. So it needs to go below this candle, this low around this 368.90. Then you can take. So there will be buyers stepping in again here, protecting this position. Okay, so VWAP touch is now happening. From BSA again, sellers, if you see continuously since last 4 candles, sellers are continuously trying to push the prices down. So will they win it this time? That's what we need to observe. Okay, so selling pressure is coming in now. Okay, so we need to see whether this low is getting tagged, getting cleared or not. If it goes below this, odds are high that we'll be tagging the low and then filling the gap which developed today. So 55 seconds to go, and this candle should close above VWAP. If it closes below VWAP, odds are high that we'll be seeing continuation to the downside. So guys, one more thing is I'm currently running this poll. So only 16 people have voted out of 65 people and out of a bigger range of 149 people. Okay. So do look at it because not even 50% of them have viewed the data. I mean this poll. So just look at it and I'll be just do your duty or do your needs. Okay, so the auction is closed below VWAP. So let me jump to the volume chart. Yeah. So further continuation to the downside should be seen, but right now buyers are stepping in again. So good fight is going on. Okay, very good fight. Battle is going on between both buyers and sellers. So if you see 4 times sellers try to step in, then they got some success, and now again buyers are stepping in. So there is a lot of forced buying happening. Let me see the volumes. Volumes are flat, 29, 2200. Yeah. And I think today is Tuesday. And Janmashtami, I think, is today or tomorrow. So happy Janmashtami. So a lot of choppiness action is going on. So after it closed below VWAP, we should see continuation to the downside, which is not seen. But buyers are stepping in or absorbing the supply, and it is getting rejected around the VWAP levels. So for the moment, don't take any trades. Wait for the auction to either close above VWAP or close below this low. Then you can take the trades. But it looks bullish for short. Wait till 357 or 358. But currently the high is poor. Okay. Yeah, so selling pressure stepping in. We might see some sort of bounce back around 358, and 358 is the level of this HVN. Yeah, the value area high. Sorry, not HVN, but the value area high. So good selling pressure came in. Now it is again getting absorbed. So very good learning day if you are a market profile learner, a trader. So the auction is giving you very good learning. Not good volumes. 2000, 2000, 1300. There should be some good volume showing us some clarity. Right now auction is just developing sideways. We have spent like 35 minutes and the auction is just trading in the A period, or the It's not even the initial balance range, but yeah. So now if you see, buyers are again trying to step in, shake out the weak sellers. The delta has turned positive and is trying to go above VWAP. Okay, so 1500 contracts. So despite of selling pressure coming in, lack of volume, and again we need to see that good volume should come in. So only intraday or trading money is playing, and the first 30-minute candle has finished. So the B period has started. So the POC has migrated today higher. That's fine. That's not an indication that it's bullish, but we need to see that this level gets. We should see further continuation to the upside rather than coming to the lower edge. Okay, nothing much is happening. So it just tagged and now it's just developing sideways. The delta is now decreasing, cumulative delta. Volumes are also decreasing. So the auction is weak. I would say not weak, but the auction is currently being traded with weak players or in the money, or, just trading money. So we had some sort of a good volume flow till 940, and then 945 is where the volume is now completely getting dried up. So it is getting fought between trading money whether to buy or sell. Again, there is a fifth attempt made, from the selling side. The delta is now turning negative. Here the delta is turning flat. So does this mean that we'll be going higher? So this is the support, delta support zone. So let's see. Okay, so again it is coming down. So this is I think the fifth attempt. So first, second, third, fourth, fifth attempt by sellers who are trying to continuously push the market or the option down. So wait for some intraday players to make mistakes, wait for some halfbacks, wait for some references and nuances to develop. But right now, just stay away from taking any trades. So a good resistance zone, that was the previous month high on the spot chart. So that was broken today in the first 5 minutes. So with that data point, I'm currently a bit bullish, and that previous month high will act as the level of support, and the auction is still way above it. So some choppiness action is observable or is recommended, like it definitely should be there, and this is the choppiness action which is going on. And it looks like that sellers will win, but again buyers step in around the VWAP levels. So look at the market generated information. From context perspective, the auction is opened without auction is open today outside yesterday's range. It has tagged the stops. It has cleared the stops built around the references, and it is still developing higher. Okay. So despite of selling, so let me jump to the VSA chart. Yeah, despite of the fifth attempt, still the auction is now narrowing in the range. So buyers are still holding the fort. This is the LVN 11361. Then we have got multiple anomalies on the lower edge. And 11361 is also the today's developing point of control. So pretty narrow range is getting formed. Are we getting lower lows? Not yet. We still need more time to identify that. But we have got poor highs. We have got structured lows here. The volume flow is pretty narrow. You see the volumes. So 1500, 1400. Now the volumes are just drying up. So not a good sign. Intraday players are just, or weak hand players are currently getting trading. So from 5000 we went to 2000, 2000, 1500, 1500, 14, and now we are in this 365 range. Okay, so seeing downward momentum, good delta shift from selling side. Okay, so this LVN has tagged. Now we have got this three anomalies, so this should also be cleared out. So the expected result is to tag the low of today and fill the small gap. So after 4 attempts, the fifth is giving a confirmation, and now sellers are winning the auction. Let me see if there is any comment. No comment. Okay, so this is the first 5-minute candle. This is the 9:15 candle, and this is the 9:15. Yeah. So we are currently in the second standard deviation, VWAP. So this shift in delta was seen, sellers stepping in, but again buyers are coming in. So again a good fight is going on. A lot of choppiness action. So 358, we are currently around those levels. So let the auction go below 358 and and that can be a good opportunity to take a short position. If it doesn't go, then just stay away. Okay, 356, so seller stepping in now. 355. So I think today is a good learning day for all of you. We are 46 minutes in the video. So now if you see, the option is just touch this level, and this level is the single print high. Sorry, this level is the this was the high, I think, of some high. Just a second. What was this reference level? 352. Yeah. These are the two references, and this is where the auction just stopped. Let me just see what is this reference. 351. I think this is the value area high of the March. Yeah, that is the value area high. So currently, again, the sellers are getting absorbed. Selling pressure is getting absorbed. Delta is shifting negative. So from the spot chart, it's still above monthly high, and it's still bullish. So I'm just waiting for the auction to tag the monthly high. The monthly high spot is around 11,341. So if you see here, those who came in, they have been trapped now. Yeah, a good learning experience, live learning, I would say, because I'm also a student, I'm also a learner, I'm not an expert. I'm learning every day, trying to improve my understanding of the markets. So let the auction come below. So there is three anomalies. If you see this blank region, so the low is still intact. So basically this is where there are momentum buyers or stacked buyers. So buyers again stepping in. We have 20 seconds to go for this 5-minute candle to close. The time is 11:59. Okay. So still trading in this zone. So let it clear, let it tag the open, let it go towards the low. Okay, let it go towards the low. Again, this is the second attempt made. So this reference is now weak because it is just a tick above the open. Again, it is going towards lower end. Let it go. So momentum seller stepping in now. And the monthly resistance is taken out. So basically there were stops built around the monthly resistance level or the monthly high level. So as I shared earlier, wait for the auction to go below 11,358 and we are 348, so that was a second good trade. Okay, so shift in delta happening. So buyers trying to absorb but selling, we should see further continuation to the downside. Okay, so there were some three anomalies, they have been cleared, and now we have got this anomaly here, and there are also trapped sellers around the lows. So this is the balance high. We looked above the balance and we are currently within the balance range. So look at the drop in the delta. Okay guys, so I think today we had a very long session, about 53 minutes. So I would like to end today's session and request you to please to like, subscribe and press the bell icon so that you get notified for the upcoming videos. Okay, and just look at the auction, learn how the auction develops, develop your own trading scenarios, develop your own trading plans, and based on that, if the auction follows your trading plan, then only you can take the trade. Okay, so today there were multiple trades on the long side. One of the long trade did fail. There was a good trade on the short side and it worked out beautifully. So that's how you have to every day learn by yourself and try to understand the auction, and based on that only you have to take the trades. Yeah, so thank you again, and ending the today's session, and let's again catch up tomorrow and see how the auction develops. Take care and bye for now.